What do you think of the show?
Yeah, fabulous, beautiful, imaginative, beautiful as usual.
Do you think fashion can change the world?
I don't know about that. Great show.
Yes, people can change the world through their insight and their enthusiasm. You know, I love Stella. I love Stella's fashions. I love how she's always supported the environment. She's just a really special human being, and it's in her clothes.
Stella McCartney's summer 2023 ready-to-wear show is taking place outside, a gamble that pays off as the rain clouds stay away. It also means that a curious Parisian crowd gets treated to one of the most beautiful collections of the season.
We've put in there, okay, the biggest thing this season, which we've never done before, and I'm not sure anyone's been able to do on a runway, is we've got the regenerative cotton that we've been piloting actually for 3 years with Sokas in Turkey. So it's the first ever time we put a regenerative cotton on. So it's basically completely biodiverse, and it means that it encourages nature, which is the most amazing thing about it. It basically brings nature to the process as opposed to completely destroying and eliminating nature with all the pesticides and things like that. So normally we're 100% organic cotton, but we brought the regenerative cotton in some of the pieces. And that's basically incredible. It just means that it captures all the carbon in the soil, it doesn't dismantle the carbon. So you can all look it up anyway. But that's one of the things that really kind of took it up. And obviously all the faux leathers and all the vegan shoes, all the plant-based materials. And then we had the mushroom leather on there again too, which is great. So we're the first mycelium leather bags. And what else did we have? We had just tons of stuff. Oh, that's my sister. Thanks, sis!
I'm looking for, she's always doing something very new. So it's exciting to see because it's always something that she hasn't done.
Thank you so much.
We meet Michaela Stark at the show of young fashion prodigy Victor Vincento. Born in Australia, she's now based in London, where she works as both a lingerie designer and an artist. Her primary medium, her own body.
I started as a designer, actually. I studied fashion design before moving on to becoming a seamstress. And then I really noticed that often in fashion, we use clothes to conceal the body and to conceal parts of the body that we deem as ugly or as unattractive. And through that, I grew up with a lot of body dysmorphia, and I grew up not feeling very confident in my body. So I would try to wear clothes that hid my stomach or hid my breasts, and to try to make myself look beautiful, and it never worked for me. Always my breasts were falling out, my stomach was making these crazy shapes. I grew up in the era of the skinny jeans. And so always my legs would look very skinny, but then I'd have this amount of fat popping out at the top, and my butt crack would always be on show. And finally, I had the control and the knowledge through my seamstressing and pattern cutting to be able to morph those shapes and accentuate them even more. If my stomach looks big, I'll make it look bigger. If a bra was cutting into my breasts, I'll do that, but I'll do that 3 times and make the shape crazy to a point where I really saw it as something that could be beautiful. And so fashion, in a way, it made me feel worse, but it also, I loved it so much, and it made me feel better, because also with fashion, you can play a fantasy and you can be whoever you want to be, really.
The last time we met Lilia Litkovska, she'd just left Kyiv with her daughter 1 week after the Russian invasion. Her partner stayed in the country to fight. Since then, she's been working on her new collection. For her, fashion functions as a form of activism.
Big part of my family with me today, my daughter, my mother, my hero, my husband, who is officer, military officer, but he has a injury, yes, injury, and now he is in rehabilitation, and he supports us today.
And in fact, you can't stop doing fashion.
Fashion for me is like about roots, about tradition, about first, how to say, источник, перший источник, first sources. And I explore the humanity, the society, economic, planet. This is like exploration. This is like an exploration of the world and the time. Yes, it's not just for clothes. For me, fashion is not about clothes. It's like a time marker. What's going on surrounding.
Stella McCartney, Michaela Stark, Lilia Litowska, three incredible women who see fashion as a means of fighting oppression, whatever form it takes.